Okay, so before I tell you how to have JS return something other than true or false when comparing numbers, or when comparing numbers stored inside variables, let me show you how I can make JavaScript reply in English inside the console, regardless of such comparisons. To do that, you need a console log functionality. Here's how it works. Okay, so I type console, then a dot, then log, then the word hello as a string, surrounded with a pair of parentheses. How is this different from just typing the string hello? After all, JS will always evaluate what I give it and show the result in the console anyway. Well, it's different in several ways. For now, I'll explain to you the most obvious one. Let me type the string of hello and then press the Shift-Enter keyboard combination. This will let me move on to the next line, rather than send it to JS for processing right away. So, this Shift-Enter keyboard combination allows me to type out a multi-line piece of code, and only then press the Enter key so that JavaScript can process all of it. In this case, it evaluates only the last value I typed, which is high. So obviously, it's either hard or not as straightforward to sort of force JavaScript to return both strings. But using this console log approach, it works without issues. So I'll type console.log, then hello as a string, surrounded in parentheses. Then I'll press the Shift-Enter keyboard shortcut to get onto the next line, and then I'll type the console.log, then hi as a string surrounded in parentheses. And now I'll press the Enter key so that JS can work with all of this at once. Indeed, I'm now getting both the words hello and hi output in the console, each on a separate line. Okay, so now that I've shown to you how this is done, let me show you how I'll make JS reply with something else other than true or false. So let's start with something easy. For example, let's say that I've updated my clothing store and now it has only two items, a hat and a pair of boots. So let me add those two to the JavaScript's world. Let hat equals 20. Next, I'll press Shift-Enter so that I get onto the next line before JavaScript can evaluate this code. And now I'll declare and assign a value to another variable. Let boots equals 20. Now I'll press the Enter key so that JS is aware of this update to its world. And now I'll compare these two. So I'll ask my question in a way that I know will return true. Hat triple equals boots. So I'm claiming that the hat variable and the boots variable both hold the exact same value and type of data. And indeed, when I press the Enter key, JS confirms that this is a true claim. Let's say that I want to output the sentence that reads, sale, all items for $20. What I'll do is as follows. I'll type in the word if, no quotes around it. Then inside a pair of parentheses, I'll type the boolean of true, and then I'll type a space character and finally console.log, and inside the pair of parentheses, a string that reads all items for $20, everything must go. What we have here is known as a conditional statement. It's conditional because this console.log right here will only be evaluated by JS if whatever's inside the parentheses that follow the if keyword evaluates to true. Since true evaluates to true, this console log right here will be evaluated. However, when I put the boolean value of false inside these parentheses, so let me do it right now, I'll press the up arrow key to get the last command that JS evaluated, and then I'll replace this true here with false, and now it's not console logging anything. So that's a conditional statement. Based on the condition inside these parentheses following the if keyword right here, it will send whatever comes after it to be evaluated by JS, but only if this thing here inside the parentheses itself is evaluated to true. This now brings me to the conclusion of this video. I've had the comparison of hat triple equals boots, which evaluated to true. So now let me add the following code. If hat triple equals boots, in a pair of parentheses of course, then I'll have JS evaluate console.log with a string of the sale is still on in a pair of parentheses. Okay, this should make sense. Since the strict equality comparison operator evaluates that it is true that the values that the hat and boots variables hold are equal in value and in type, this results in the sentence "the sale is still on" being logged to the console. However, check this out. I'll update the boots price to be, for example, 22. So, boots equals 22. After I've assigned the new number value to the boots variable, let me press the up arrow key twice to get to the conditional statement again. So I have the if hat equals boots, console login the sale is still on, line of code. And now when I give this code to JS, nothing happens. The reason for this is that the Boolean value that gets returned from the hat triple equals boots comparison is now false. And since the condition is false, the code after it will not be evaluated by JavaScript. Alright, so this brings me to the end of this video. In the next one, I'll show you how to put all the things we've learned together to build a simple game in JavaScript.